Okay. What's going on, y'all? Hustler and muscular in the building, in the mood for some healing. So, ladies, please get out of your damn feelings. Yeah, I'm here. I'm once again here to give you the truth. Straight out the booth. Hit it out the park like Babe Ruth. Cause that's what I do. Anyway, so yeah, this is gonna be an interesting show. I got a lot to talk about on this topic. And today I want to talk about the issue of older men who want to date younger women. Now, this is something I touched upon before in the past because honestly, personally, I don't see the problem with, men wanting to date somebody younger because let's be honest here, we cannot always associate quality with age. Honestly, I've noticed ignorance knows no age. You could be 18, 19, 20 and older and ignorant as hell. You could be 30, 40, 50, 60 ignorant as hell. I see it on both ends. So yeah, you cannot. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say older is better. I'm not gonna say younger is better. Me personally, I prefer a woman my own age. I'm 39 years old right now, but I prefer somebody my own age. I'm 39, so she's at least 34, 35, 36, or she's 41, 42, 43. That's my general preference. However, if I find a 28, 29-year old, despite the 10-year age difference, and she's of quality, I'll definitely make an exception to the rule because I prefer you stay within your own age bracket. But let's face it, sometimes you can find quality. Don't just screw it up because you prefer staying within your own age bracket. If I can find quality in a 29, 28-year-old woman, I'm not finna say, well, sorry, honey, you too young for me. I'm gonna go find somebody older. She might just be the one. You never know that. But we're so caught up on men only dating in their own age that it kind of leaves no opportunity to find quality regardless of age. And again, a quality does not age does not always equate to quality. And shout out to Angela C. Nice of you to join us, my girl. Feel free to drop your opinions in the comments. Now, as I was saying, again, we cannot associate quality with a person's age. You need to date whoever you are most comfortable dating and date within your own age bracket. But now I'm hearing a whole lot of backlash from people talking about, oh, if you're a man and you want somebody, if you're a 30-year-old man, you want a 20-year-old woman, you're a pedo, you're a creep, you're a weirdo, you're every name in the freaking book. Okay, so now granted, or you're just manipulating and grooming them. Now, granted, are there some older men that prey on younger women? Yes, they are. They need a good ass whooping, don't get me wrong. Are there men taking advantage of younger women? Yes, there is. But is that the case all the freaking time? No, it isn't. Everybody is not out here taking advantage of these 20-something-year-olds. And me personally, I don't even prefer a woman that's between the ages of 18 and 26 years old. That's too damn young even for me. I look past the 20-something-year-olds and go for the 30 and up crew, 30 and up ladies. So yeah. I'm sorry. But anyway, we will be called every name in the freaking book because we prefer somebody younger. And let me remind y'all, the only advantage that these younger women have over y'all older women 40 and up is fertility. Again, I've seen some ignorant 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year olds that don't know how to act around men. The same vein, you got 30, 35, 40-year olds that don't know how to act around men. So the ignorant goes both ways. So older ladies, don't think that these younger women are better than you just because they're younger and prettier and more fertile. For all we know, they're probably just as bad off as you might be. They could be just as bad as some of these older women. And for you younger women out there, same thing. Don't think you got to compete with the older women all the time because hell, some of them They're probably no better than you are. They probably got ish going on that's worse than what you got going on. At least you're young and still got your life ahead of you. You can't say the same for them. So we need to stop competing based on age, you know? Okay, hold on a second. Be right back. Okay, as I was saying. Okay, by the way, I got family here, so I may have to hop off the stream for a little bit, but if I do, I'll be sure to come right back. So if I got to end the stream a little early, best believe I will be coming back up here. So don't y'all just up and disappear or think I'm just going to do a 10-minute stream and that's it. No, I'm going to try to make this at least two hours tops at least. Now, as I was saying, ah, damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. I was talking about how we can't associate age with quality or whatever. Yeah. When you and women are so quick to call men their own age weirdos and creeps and come up with every goddamn excuse in the book to make them look bad because they prefer somebody younger. You know, maybe these men, maybe as a grown 30-year-old man, I don't want to date no woman that's 40 something years old, probably already got kids by another man and is not as fertile. Because for a 30-year-old man who doesn't have children of his own, what the hell is he going to do with a 35, 36-year-old that's already got kids? Hell, what you going to do with any female that's already got kids? Now, granted, you got some 18, 19, 20-year-olds popping kids out too, and they're in no better shape. That's why I say younger isn't always better. Older isn't always better. You still got to vet them. You still got to do the necessary work to see to it that these ladies are qualified. Don't think just because she's 18, 19, 20 years old, fresh out of high school, damn near that she's going to be a good person. Because seriously, at my university, I knew some females that were being ran through on the freaking college campus. I didn't know them personally, but I've heard the stories. You got these women going off to college, getting ran through, having kids all over the place. So they're in no better shape than the 30-something-year-olds. I mean, think about this. What's the difference between an 18-year-old that's been ran through, a 28-year-old that's been ran through, a 38-year-old that's been ran through, and a 48-year-old? The answer is simple. Aside from age, there isn't much of a difference. They're both degraded, they're both devalued, and they both hit the wall. So yeah, nobody's checking for these women if they got a body count of some type. Nobody wants to deal with that. And honestly told, how many 40-year-old women do you know don't have kids? Now, granted, I know some personally who are over 30 that don't have kids, but the problem with those women is this: they don't have kids, which puts them which makes them of more value. The problem is that they can't have kids. So where do you stand in all that? You don't, you're over 40. You're just what I need as far as not having kids is concerned. I ain't got to worry about no baby daddy drama. That's good to know. But the problem is you're over 30. You don't have kids at the moment. So what am I supposed to do with you? What am I going to do with a 45, 50-year-old woman that can't even give me kids? And I know some of y'all probably thinking, well, hustler, you should have got married when you were younger. Hustler, you should have got married when you were like 21, 22, 23. First of all, who the fuck gets married that goddamn young in the first place? And second of all, how you gonna blame me because I had the common sense to protect my seed at all times? I should have gotten married a long time ago, but that's my prerogative. You can't act like marriage is just a novelty, something you have to do within a certain time frame. That's not the best way to perceive marriage. You can't perceive marriage in that kind of manner. No, it's something that should be cherished, and the Almighty High is supposed to be put to the forefront of it. Seriously, some of y'all think I should have just had kids when I was in my 20s. I should have got a girl pregnant when I was like 26, 27. I wouldn't be in this problem. I wouldn't be in this situation. As much as y'all talk about irresponsible, deadbeat baby daddies out here, why would I want to be another statistic? Why would I want to turn another female into a baby mama and make her another statistic? Seriously, I'm not ready for no children. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I don't want to be a father. I'm not ready for no children, so don't come and be asking me for that. I don't want that. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. As I was saying. So yeah. So for the and by the way, all this nonsense I'm hearing about, oh, if you're over 30 with no kids, something wrong with you. Cut that bullshit out. Who are y'all to judge men for being responsible with their seed? Does it make any sense to complain about the rise of baby mama culture thanks in part to these men? But there you got guys like me and a select few out there who are not having kids all over the goddamn place, and y'all think something is wrong with us? Seriously, and somebody can answer this in the chat if they want to. If anybody's in the chat, they can answer this. Has the baby mama culture gotten so out of control that women are flabbergasted by an older person who doesn't have children? Is it really gotten that bad? So I got to stunt and just say, I got to cap and just say, I'm 30 now with 4 kids just to avoid any backlash. Is that what I got to do? Is that what I have to do? Because it seems like there's no appreciation for the responsible men out there that want to protect their seed and save it for the right woman. You want to know what I think, Swag? I think it's a bunch of BS. I think it's a bunch of crap that as men who are over 30 with no kids, we get a lot of backlash. But yet these same chicks complain about baby mama culture this, baby mama culture that. Men need to be responsible with their damn seed. Well, you're looking at one right now. Shit. They'll throw any excuse at your face just to make you look bad. Any excuse. And honestly, I know some females personally who don't have kids of their own at 30 years old. They don't catch a lot of backlash. From what they tell me, they don't catch a lot of backlash from being over 30, then knocking on 40 with no kids. But it's always us men that catch all the backlash. It's always us men that have to constantly deal with it. It doesn't make any sense to say. So yeah, if a man's over 30 with no kids, you're damn right he's gonna want to go younger. You're absolutely right, Swag. I don't give a damn what other people think. I tell them loud and proud. You're damn right. That's the way it needs to be, Swag. Oh, by the way, shout out to my boy, Killer Swag, getting that bag. You don't care about no price tags. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Now then, so of course these men are gonna want to date younger. They want a woman that's more fertile. All this stuff about, oh, he's a pedo, he's this, that, and the third, he's all of this. Oh, you're a creep. Oh, if you're 30 or some years old, you want a 20-year-old, you're a creep, you're a weirdo. I mean, seriously, y'all bras sound dumb as hell saying stupid shit like that. You sound dumb. The way y'all act like we're looking at 15, 16-year-olds. That's the kind of ish that can get you locked up in jail. Nobody's doing that. I want somebody younger and more fertile. And as far as I want to groom and manipulate her as a secure man, I have no desires to manipulate anybody. That's first of all. And second of all, I'm looking for a female that's going to cooperate with me, not bow down and kiss my ass like a damn slave. And finally, even these again, like I said, even these 20-something-year-olds I know better than the 30 and 40-year-olds. They're almost just as entitled, being fed this BS about live your best life. Nobody can tell you anything. You can put off looking for a man later on in life. So yeah, if you're an older guy trying to date younger, best believe it's gonna be an equal struggle. It's bad enough trying to get older. It's bad enough getting older women who've hit the wall and not that fertile. But even these younger women are setting themselves up to endure the same possible failures that the older women have. by talking about I'm gonna live my best life and all this kind of BS. Yeah, they're basically they're gonna put themselves in that same position unless they finally shape up. So yeah, it's crazy. It's a bunch of madness out there. Oh man. But anyways, now I'm gonna showcase a few videos up here to further insinuate this point. The whole thing is gonna be talking about older men who desire younger women. Give me a sec. Okay, here we go. Oh, shout out to and here you go. Shout out to my homegirl, Miss Cynical. You're unpredictable. You're constantly at your pentacle. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to H&M's live stream. Now I'm going to show you this video of this woman talking about men who want younger, men who are dating younger because they have a lesser body count. Now this woman, oh yeah, and by the way, hold on a minute. Okay, just a sec, y'all. My bad, y'all. I was on mute the whole time. This says Nick was like, I'm a proud boy toy, and then he decided to parlay a bunch of people. You damn right. I'm guessing you're talking about Nick Cannon. You're talking about Nick Cannon, then yeah. You're referring to Nick Cannon, right, Cynical One? He was a genetic jackhammer. My God, pollinator, more like a jackhammer. Jeez. But anyways, let's see what this woman has to say. Fair use, people. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use.
A lot happens in your 20s and things level out.
Getting ran through in baggage and trauma.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Men don't want that. Like men don't want.
You're right. Men don't want that shit. At least the men looking for relationships. Now the F boys who just want to get their rocks off, yeah, they'll settle for that. They definitely will. They'll definitely settle for that. I'm a gigolo. Cynical, you're killing me. Yes, I feel you. I figure you were talking about Nick Cannon creating clone. Wait. That's it. Creating clones. All that. This is all that. This is all that. Yep, that's how Nick Cannon got started. All that. Like the reference, cynical. If you're familiar with the show All That, that's how Nick Cannon got his acting career started before he got his own show and broke off into the movie world. Now, whether he was doing all that crap even back then is beyond us, but hey, that's how Nick Cannon got started. But anyway, let's continue.
So then why aren't they wifing us early? Why are they running around town? Like, you know, if they don't want us ran through and baggage of trauma, why are they like, they're waiting till, like, how are we so at 20, I should be looking for 40-year-olds that are ready to settle? Like, I don't know how to
necessarily.
I don't know how you, it sounds like just a losing battle all around. If you look at it, it's like all the responsibilities.
But it depends on if you're a wife. All wife.
So I guess basically what she's trying to say is, I'm trying to see if I can put this together. She's basically saying that she's basically insinuating that men should get women when they're younger and in their 20s, wife them up then before they start racking up a body count. Okay, that's all well and good, but here's the problem with that. Are these bras even qualified to be wives? That's something you got to ask yourself, ladies. If you're a 20-plus-year-old woman, do you even qualify to be a wife? What do you think, Miss Cynical? Do you think that women should ask themselves they should qualify to be wives before they go around here wondering why men and they are not wifing them up? Because that's kind of what she's insinuating. You should get with these women while they're young and in their 20s. Well, maybe you should, but do they qualify as wives? Or they just want to be, or they want to be for the streets? Are they going to be for the streets or for the relationship? That's what they have to ask themselves. And that's what we keep running into. That's what a lot of women are doing nowadays. But continue, fair use.
Wives are found, always. If you're 20 years old and you're a wife, you're going to be found.
It kind of reminds me of that Bible scripture that said, I don't know if it was a scripture, but someone said, you're not my wife because I found you. You are my wife before I find you. In other words, you have to already be wifey qualified before the man comes into the picture. You have to already have a wifey mindset way before a man comes into your life. You can't expect the man just put a ring on your finger and be like, oh, you're a wife now. No, you're a wife by title, but you're a wife by mindset. That's a matter of opinion. You're single, so you can't say, shh, okay, well, that's all good that's all good with me. But do you think you're a wifey qualified type? Ask yourself that question. Do you see yourself being a good wife, or don't take this the wrong way, or do you just want to be for the streets? Which is it? I'm just asking. But anyways, fair use.
Period. In the story.
Like a man being like, I'm only going to date younger women, like blah, 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 trying to just
versus women saying, I'm only going to date rich men and I'm going to do this and they
that's
pay
transactional.
Me. Yeah, but what's the difference?
He wants a young woman.
Reverse it. What's the difference?
You're right. What's the difference if we reverse it? Women talking about they want to date rich men, 6-figure men, 6-foot tall men. Yeah. What's the difference between that and a man wanting someone younger and fertile? It seems like for men, it's all about fight. For women, it's about financial stability, but for men, it's about fertility. So there isn't much of a difference there. Let's continue. Let's see what she has to say.
The metric. What's the standard that makes one disgusting and the other one acceptable?
Because she's
asking. It's a genuine
because she's seeking out the relationship. It's a transactional relationship. It's not a man going after women based on inexperience.
And he's seeking out a relationship too. And maybe he wants a woman who's younger who's had number one less bodies, because let's keep it real. The older a woman gets, the more bodies she's had.
And what problem is that?
Purity is valued.
So do you think that man has to be pure as well?
Single religion? No, because men and women are different. And men.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. She said it. She basically summed it up. She basically said that men want younger women because they've had less bodies. And she established that the more bodies you rack up, the less value you're going to have. Thank you. And she established that men and women are different. And that's something we have to understand. Men and women are not the same. I'm talking about myself, but I think I'm too old to be for the streets. Well, if you don't mind my asking, exactly how old are you, Cynical? You can share it with me if you want to. I don't care. I'm just curious. Talking about you too old to be for the streets. Well, that's good to know. because it's females our age range or whatever. Well, at least my age range, because I don't know yours, that still want to be for the streets. Anyways, but like this young lady was saying, she said it. Men want younger, fertile women with less bodies. That's what we desire. You're a few years older than me. I'm 39, so you're like, I'm going to take a wild guess and say 41, 42, in that range, and I'll leave it at that, okay? You ain't got to show your age if you don't want to, Miss Cynical. We in the same age range. Well, whatever. We'll leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that. I'm 39, so I guess you're like a... you're 2 years older, so you're 41. Okay, you got 2 years on me. Okay. All right. Ain't no wrong with that. All I see is an avatar. All I got to go on is an avatar, but I'm going to speculate you're a beautiful 41-year-old, okay? I'm going to speculate that, okay? Much love for being in my stream. But anyway, like I was saying, this lady had a point. She's absolutely right. We want younger, fertile, that hasn't been ran through, or the very least got a low body count. And she's absolutely right. Men and women are different. Let's see what she has to say. Let me rewind this just a bit.
Every man has to be pure as well. Single religion.
And by the way, folks, we all know purity ain't the same for men as it is for women. A pure woman is a blessing, but a pure man is more or less a curse. That's why women are looked down upon when they sleep around, because their purity is gone. But when a man is a virgin and is pure, that could be a problem. No, very few women will deal with a man that's pure and inexperienced, because for women, purity means meaning she's clean, her vajayjay has not been penetrated, no experience, so she's fresh on the market. But for a man, purity means inexperience, little to no social skills, has no game when it comes to women. So no, we cannot look at them in the same light. I'm sorry, we just can't do that. Now let's continue. Fair use.
Because men and women are different, and men have to work really hard to get sex. Women, oh my God.
And she's absolutely right. The video cut off right there, but she's absolutely right. Because we all know it's a common fact that y'all ladies don't have to put in much work. Don't have to put in a whole lot of work just to get a man to want to sleep with you. All you gotta do is just walk out the house wearing a nice, sexy outfit. And then just like that, men are going to decide they want to sleep with you. They're going to decide right off the bat they want to be with you. That's it. But as men, we got to put in much work. We got to go outside. We got to look our best, smell good, look good, be able to hold conversation. It's more work for us than it is for y'all ladies. So no wonder y'all get bad reps for being ran through. It takes less work for y'all, but it's way more work for us. That's the thing y'all don't understand. Men and women are different. We are very different. We have to put in work to get it. And y'all don't have to put in a whole lot of work. Now, granted, I will say this for y'all ladies. The only time the real work comes in is when it comes time to keep that man. Because y'all can get a man, don't get me wrong. Y'all could get a man in bed, get a man to sleep with you, get a man to give you that pipe late at night and gone like a thief. Give you that pipe late at night and disappear out of sight. Any lady, any woman that's at least a 7 out of 10 can get that. But keeping him is where the real work begins. Can y'all ladies keep that man coming back for more? And if he does come back, does he want more out of you than just a sexual fling? Can y'all get that man to commit to you or give him a reason to want to commit to you? Because that's where the real work comes in, ladies. That's where the real work comes into play. When it comes time to get that man to try to actually take you seriously and don't look at you as being a freaking booty call. And by the way, Cynical, who you say is asexual? Who are you referring to? Nick Cannon as being asexual? Okay, let's watch the rest of it. Hold on.
Modern women will never get that men don't want hoes. Women love feeling like they have the moral authority to determine what men should and should not desire, while they're allowed to ask for the whole laundry list of requirements, as if hoes were a sort of prize. In today's video, We're delving into the frustration and bitterness of promiscuous modern women who can't seem to understand men's preferences.
What dude are you referring to, Miss Cynical One? The dude who is very celibate. Who are you referring to exactly? But anyways, fair use.
A deal breaker? Probably not, or definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, that's a deal breaker. You know, like I try to pride myself being as progressive as I can, but there are some antiquated ideas that I need to try to stick to, and that's one of them.
Wanting a virgin or low body count woman might be antiquated, conservative, and playing the devil's advocate, but guess what? You don't really care, right? As a MGTOW, your standards, and not those of hoes, are what matter. Men have been convinced that a woman is all good, no matter what she did in the past, because, well, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But the dude she banged that night and got lit with is still on her phone.
Absolutely. Them same guys that you let smash you or whatever in the past, you're still keeping in contact with them. Believe me, I've had several women throughout my life that I've given access to my penis on some level or another through intercourse or just a mere bump and grind session just to get my rocks off, and yet they still keep me around and they still keep me in their phones for several years even. So yeah, that kind of stuff does happen. Y'all talk about your past doesn't matter. Your past doesn't mean anything. Well, guess what? They say your past has ways of catching up to you. So you were a 304 back in your younger day. That's going to catch up to you when you're older, especially in this day and age, thanks to social media. And imagine how people felt some months ago when that Freaknik documentary came out. Y'all remember when that Freaknik documentary came out, right? Women were up here losing their damn minds because they were afraid that their personal business from when they were younger were going to get exposed. So yeah, your wholeness has ways of catching up to you. So you can hide your past all you want to, but at some point it's going to come up. It's going to catch up to you at some point. You said I'm comparing celibate men to celibate women. Okay, when did I start comparing celibate men to celibate? Okay, maybe I did. I see what you're saying. A virgin man versus a virgin woman. Yeah, like I said, virginity is perceived differently for men and women. For y'all ladies, it's a sign of purity. For us men, it means lack of experience and lack of gain. So yeah, the two are not the same thing. And let's be honest, y'all want the man that's got the most experience. Anyways, yes, it was 10 minutes ago. I'm not calling you a liar. Damn it, Miss Cynical, I never said you were a liar. Anyways, fair use, people, fair use.
What a clown world. Men's standards are still regarded as discrimination, but thankfully, some important personalities and even average Joes are speaking up instead of accepting a woman just because she's hot as hell. Men are visual creatures, that's for sure. But when it comes to marriage and having kids, men think twice before putting their dicks inside the wrong woman. If she is or was a corn star, she might get some hookups here and there, but no wonder why men don't wife her up. Is that discrimination? So be it. You and I don't care.
That's not discrimination. That's having common sense and common decency. A preference with someone who hasn't been ran through.
At the end of the day, just like women do what's in their power to protect their interests and push their agendas, men should do the same. If you're interested in only loyal, clean women, that's fantastic. Whatever morality garbage and excuses modern women come up with are just unimportant to you. They don't care about your circumstances or your excuses when you were broke, fat, and or didn't have the greatest haircut. So you know there's something quite off. Something doesn't feel right. What's better than accepting all these female gaslighting and shaming tactics? Embracing your standards like never before, which I'm sure you already do. And if a chick doesn't want to follow your lead and even tries to school you on what you should do or like, she's out. She no longer qualifies. Enough is enough. Plus, dealing with objections, rejection, and argumentative people is something you just want to do at work, not at home.
Guys don't like to think about women haven't been with anybody before them at all.
Now, granted, I will say this, though. The idea of finding a woman that's not only feminine, but at the same time is a virgin, let's be honest here, you're not going to find that in today's society. That just ain't happening. That's just, to me, that's unrealistic. That's the most unrealistic I've ever heard a man say. He wants a woman that's not only feminine, but is also a virgin, as in no body count. You ain't going to find that today. I already know somebody probably got to that poutine before me. The question is how many and what kinds of men got to that poutine. And I say what kind of men, because if it was Pookie and Ray Ray, I know you scarred forever. However, if it was a straight and narrow, average college educated man, you might be okay. It might not be so bad. Having a body count that's like 3 or less is not that bad. Just don't be going out there giving up your poutine to every dude out there. Just saying. Fair use?
No one at all. They prefer to just be like, the vagina was closed before they got there, and then it opened, and now it's in process. Like, they just can't. They don't want to visualize it. It's very uncomfortable.
That's a lie if I ever heard one, but okay.
Comfortable for them to do that. So the more partners you've had, the more you start to seem like an open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 7-Eleven.
Absolutely.
They're not into it. It's also, if they're looking at you seriously, they're saying, this could be the mother of my child, going to be pregnant. Like it's a clash. Like promiscuity and that family life, it's just a clash in their head. They don't like it.
Now that you've set the stage, let's look at some interesting data and perspectives that many men are getting to know. The red pill might taste bitter, but it's the first step toward liberation.
I've been took the red pill 20 years ago, I guess.
The science and facts don't lie about promiscuous women, and if these types of chicks still want to give lessons on how insecure men are, they're free to enjoy their echo chambers, just like you're free to never put a ring on it. I found a Quora answer to the question, is it dumb to date a promiscuous woman?
Hell yeah, it is. Is it dumb to date a promiscuous woman? Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. You're damn right it's dumb. Seriously. And let's define promiscuous, okay? We know what promiscuous woman is, okay? A woman that has a body count, that has sex with different men. We all know the definition, but how high is too high? Like I said, anything above 4 bodies is considered promiscuous to the point of being undateable in my eyes. Now, maybe some of y'all in the chat may feel a little differently, but I feel like if you're dealing with a female that has had more than 5 men sleep with her, it ain't gonna work. Anything above that is not gonna work. What do y'all think? Do y'all think 5 men or more is to have a body count? And she qualifies as an undateable promiscuous woman? Let me know what you think in the chat. Until then, fair use.
The answer is a hell yes, but let's look at what this guy has to say. I quote, I assume you mean a woman who is currently having sex with multiple men.
Yep.
Is it dumb for a man or woman to date anyone who is promiscuous? Such a person is not a long-term relationship prospect and certainly not marriage material. Such a person will invariably have deep-seated personality deficits / be mentally unstable. There's a reason why promiscuous women are often said to have daddy issues. Generally, they will have had tumultuous relationships with their fathers and not be able to trust or deeply attached to whoever they are dating. A woman who is promiscuous is trying to not be emotionally attached to individual men. For the same reason, a mentally healthy male will not want to get into a sexual relationship with a promiscuous woman. If a child results from sex with that woman, the man cannot be sure who the father is.
AKA putting himself at danger of catching paternity fraud. Okay, that's what it's all about. Oh yeah, Miss Cynical said, how about a woman who had a past, but she's reformed and reformed and I want to, okay. If she's reformed, okay, that's a hard one. First of all, you ain't gonna be able to find a reformed 304. I'm sorry, you just ain't gonna find that nowadays. And second of all, good luck trying to find any female that doesn't have a body count of some type and she's completely reformed from that lifestyle. Because, you know, she could have a total relapse and go back to it. Because we all know if she's been sleeping around with different men, chances are she ain't going to be faithful to no one specific dude. So good luck trying to settle down with one man knowing you got a body count through the damn roof. I'm just saying. Oh, you were being sarcastic, so you know it ain't happening, huh? Whatever. Let's continue.
Nature. Men do not want to care for children who are not their own. This mindset occurs in other species. A male lion who wins the affection of a female lion, a lioness, with cubs will kill the cubs she has. They are not his. He wants to perpetuate his genetics, not some other males. Wow, such a reality check.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Okay. Now here's another. Okay. I don't know too much about a woman's sexual past. Well, you don't know much about a woman's sexual past, but there are ways to tell if she's been ran through. Generally, there are ways you can tell that maybe she's been ran through. How does she dress? How does she act? How does she perceive men? Because I don't know about you, Cynical, but I've deliberately had women tell me point blank that they got a body count. They share their little sexual experiences with me, and then I share mine, and it's just, whoa, boy. I mean, not that it bothers me or anything like that. I'm just stating a fact that that's what happens. And anyways, here's another one. This video is called Why the Media Hates When Older Men Date Younger Women. We've already established that there's a good chance younger women have a lower body count. Now let's deal with, which is not always the case, because you do have some out there that rack up bodies while they're still in college. And shout out to the Trip Advice, a video made by Trip Advice. So fair use, people, fair use. He's going to talk about why the media hates older men dating younger women. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Okay, what disgusts the women about this is that he and other men who date younger women want power. This is what they say. They never talk about anything of attractiveness level or being attracted. I don't know, maybe they're not saying that because that's obvious, but they are mentioning power and manipulation. And this is mind-blowing to me. I don't know about you. Write a comment down below, and I'm curious what you think here on this specific part. I personally have never wanted to date a younger woman, nor have I been attracted to a younger woman because...
Well, same here, buddy. Same here. I myself never found 21, 22-year-olds attractive. I'm always going for the older ones. I'm talking 30 and up.
I'm excited about this power I have over them, or being able to manipulate them. And by the way, this is the word.
And like I said, a secure man who's confident within himself has no desires to manipulate a woman, no matter her age. Hell, even older women get manipulated. I've seen older women date guys because they're just desperate. They don't want to be by themselves, so they'll put up with damn near anything. So you think it's just the younger ones that get manipulated? You're dead wrong. Even the older women in their 40s and up be getting done dirty by these younger dudes. So it goes both ways. Hell, some of y'all be tricking off of these younger cats. Some of y'all women in y'all 40s be tricking off of these young 20-something-year-olds. Taking them out, paying for them to have this, paying them to just to be with you. Seriously. I'm not saying all of y'all do that. I'm just saying it happens. But anyways, fair use.
That I'm reading, and this is not something that I'm taking out of context. Thousands of guys that I've worked with and hundreds of thousands of guys who I've seen write comments and just basically share their opinion on this matter. I've never heard of them wanting to manipulate or have power over a woman. Now, of course, you might think, well, yeah, that no man is going to admit that. Maybe it's something that's subconscious or something that they know is kind of dark or evil, so they're not going to say something like that. Still, you can't imagine that is one of the main reasons, if any reason, to want to date a younger woman. I don't even know what you would do with this power, by the way. I don't even know what you'd be able to do with this manipulation. I'm not sure what that does for a guy or why a guy would want that. So women and the media, I believe, have it all wrong.
You're damn right they do.
Wrong is the reason why this is happening. Because there is a reason. There's a reason why men are attracted to younger women. There's a reason why celebrities are potentially marrying younger women and why it's all over the news. And the reason is very simply, and you know it. I don't even have to tell this to you. You understand because you're a man.
But tell us anyway, please.
Because those women have a high sexual market value.
Correct. That's one.
And those women are very attractive. Newsflash.
That's two. Fair enough for me.
Men are attracted to younger women. That should be the headline right there. Oh my gosh. This is crazy news. Could you believe it? That this is even possible?